Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with YOURFRINDS and Washington Commanders FANS. Let's get to the news. When you look at the Washington Commanders coming into this offseason, there's a lot of hope, a lot of anticipation, and quite a bit of excitement about the potential this team has to really make a statement in 2024. Fans are buzzing, analysts are paying close attention, and there's one particular area that everyone's focusing on: the running game. Now, last season, if you followed the Commanders closely, you know that Austin Ekeler and Brian Robinson Jr. formed a dynamic duo that really helped propel the team into the playoffs, reaching the conference championship game for the first time in a while. That's no small feat, especially considering the team's recent struggles and rebuilds. Both Ekeler and Robinson are entering the final years of their contracts, which means the team has to think carefully about how to sustain that success and build for the future. The running game has always been a cornerstone for the Commanders, especially under the leadership of head coach Ron Rivera, who emphasizes a balanced attack and tough physical football. Ekeler, known for his versatility and explosiveness, and Robinson, with his power running style and relentless effort, created a two-headed monster that defenses simply couldn't handle. But now, with both players in the final year of their contracts, the team faces a critical decision. Do they stick with what they have, or do they look to add more firepower? And if they do look to upgrade, who would be the perfect fit? Well, the buzz in NFL circles, especially among insiders and analysts, points to a potential addition that could elevate this running game to a three-headed monster, and that name is J.K. Dobbins. J.K. Dobbins, the former Baltimore Raven and Los Angeles Charger, is a name that's been circling around the NFL rumor mill quite a bit lately. He's a player with a lot of talent, a guy who showed flashes of brilliance during his time with Baltimore before injuries started to take a toll. Last season, playing for the Chargers, Dobbins managed to bounce back impressively, earning a lot of respect for his resilience and ability to produce when given the chance. NFL reporter Gilberto Manzano recently mentioned that Dobbins might be the top choice and the best fit for Washington among the remaining free agents. That's a significant statement considering the limited options available on the open market for running backs these days. Now, it's worth noting that Dobbins' situation has been somewhat puzzling. After bouncing back from a couple of serious injuries, including an ACL tear, he emerged as a candidate for Comeback Player of the Year last season. Yet he still remains unsigned heading into the 2024 offseason. Some analysts speculate that teams might be hesitant to sign him because of his injury history, which makes sense. NFL teams are always cautious about giving long-term deals to players with extensive injury concerns. But for the Commanders, that could be a strategic opportunity. They could potentially sign Dobbins on a short-term deal or a prove-it contract, allowing him to rehabilitate his value and showcase his talent. And if he's healthy, he could be a game-changer. Dobbins' production last season was quite respectable, especially considering the adversity he faced. He racked up 905 rushing yards in just 13 games, averaging nearly 49 yards per carry. That kind of production is exactly what the Commanders are looking for: a back who can create explosive plays, move the chains, and take some of the pressure off the passing game. And it's not just about running for yards. Dobbins has shown good vision, patience, and the ability to break tackles, making him a versatile threat out of the backfield. The team already has a solid foundation with Robinson and Ekeler, but adding Dobbins could turn their rushing attack into an unstoppable force, especially with the improvements they've made along the offensive line. Speaking of the offensive line, the Commanders have been making steady progress over the last couple of seasons. They've invested draft picks and free agent signings to bolster their front five, and the results have been promising. Last season, the offensive line showed marked improvement in run blocking, creating more space for their backs and allowing them to operate more effectively. With that in mind, a power runner like Dobbins would fit perfectly into the scheme. His running style complements the team's philosophy of physical downhill football. A back like Dobbins, who can punch through the line and keep defenses honest, would be a perfect addition for a team looking to establish dominance on the ground and control the clock. Now there's also the strategic aspect. Adding a player like Dobbins might be the final piece that pushes the Commanders over the edge, especially if they're eyeing a deep playoff run or even a shot at the Super Bowl. It's about building a roster that's versatile, resilient, and capable of adapting to different game situations. The NFL is all about matchups, and having a three-headed rushing attack gives the team multiple ways to attack defenses. Plus, Dobbins' youth and upside make him an attractive option for the long term. This could be a move that not only helps the team this season but also sets them up for sustained success in the years to come. Of course, there are some questions to consider. Will Dobbins be willing to sign a short-term deal? Will the Commanders be able to outbid other teams who might also be interested? And how will he fit into the team's overall offensive scheme? These are all valid concerns, but the potential benefits seem to outweigh the risks. The team's coaching staff and front office have shown a willingness to be aggressive in free agency and trades when the right opportunity arises. With the right offensive line protection, Dobbins could be a major difference maker. Looking at the broader picture, the NFC East is shaping up to be one of the most competitive divisions in recent memory. The Dallas Cowboys, Philadelphia Eagles, and New York Giants all made significant moves this offseason. The Eagles, for instance, are returning most of their core and adding more depth to their roster. The Cowboys are looking to bounce back after a tough playoff exit, and the Giants are hoping that their young core continues to develop. For the Commanders, making a smart move in the backfield could be the key to narrowing the gap and establishing themselves as serious contenders. It's about building a team that can match up physically and mentally against any opponent. And let's not forget the importance of the quarterback position, which remains a question mark for the Commanders. Sam Howell showed flashes of promise last season, but consistency and leadership will be crucial if the team is to compete at the highest level. Running the ball effectively can help take pressure off the young quarterback, allowing him to develop at a comfortable pace. Adding a power back like Dobbins could help stabilize the offense, open up play-action opportunities, and keep defenses honest. It's all interconnected, and upgrading the running game could be a catalyst for the entire team's success. Now, fans are eager to see what moves the Commanders will make in the coming weeks. Will they prioritize signing Dobbins, or will they look elsewhere? What's clear is that the team is serious about competing and improving this offseason. They've invested in the offensive line, re-signed key players, and are exploring all avenues to strengthen their roster. The addition of a player like Dobbins could be the spark that ignites the offense and gives the team a new dimension of threat. As we look ahead to training camp and the preseason, keep an eye on how this running back situation develops. The coaching staff will be evaluating talent, chemistry, and everything in between. It's an exciting time to be a Commanders fan because the pieces are starting to come together. The team is building something special, a squad that's hungry, talented, and ready to prove itself. And if they can add a proven, explosive player like Dobbins, they'll be taking a significant step toward their ultimate goal, returning to the Super Bowl and bringing that Lombardi trophy back to Washington. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Do you think Dobbins is the right fit? Would you like to see the team make this move? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the team. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Washington Commanders news. We're in this together, and the future looks bright for this franchise. Let's keep the passion alive and support our team every step of the way.